Hello guys, welcome back. This is episode 4 of Disgaea 5 Complete. As I said last episode, I will be doing the DLC mission in the latter half of this one. So probably 20-30 minutes in possibly. Not sure when I'll get to it. But right now I want to just go do one quest possibly. Just to show like one quest, because I haven't really done any. Only because
where would you like to go, dude?
I thought maybe it took away from the flow of an episode. Don't really exactly know where I have to go. And since we're here, might as well just do it. I believe this is probably the last stage of the chapter. And I can kind of tell, because it's either the last or second last, because it has this skip demo at the bottom, X. And that usually means that you're entering like the last one. So let's just do this, and if it's the end of the chapter, then we'll just start the next one and get hopefully right into the DLC.
You don't even think that you can oppose the Lost without suffering the consequences. Either you obey the Lost or you die. Are you prepared?
Don't make me laugh! Red Magnus challenges you lost jabronis to a fight! Just bring it!
That guy.
My, so my bad feelings proved to be true. Yes, Sir Killia, that monkey is indeed Red Magnus. As always, he is nothing but a musclehead. I bet his brain is made of stone golems.
I'll give you one last chance. Obey or die.
Shut your mouth! If you're not gonna come to Red Magnus, then Red Magnus will super go to you! You jabronis are pathetic! Your lost superiors would be shocked if they found out! You couldn't possibly be Red Magnus's real opponent! Now hurry up and fetch your bastard of a boss, Void Dark!
He's like a vicious dog.
Ha! This guy's full of fighting spirit! You must be Void Dark! Or not? Which means the Demon General of the Lost is finally making his entrance!
This monkey, does he truly not recognize me?
The Overlord of Scorching Flame, Red Magnus, looks pretty tough.
Eating again?
It's endangered pork ramen, made with megaton pork and a broth made of chimera beef and Great King whalebone.
You've got guts, eating a meal right before going one-on-one with the Supreme One! If you're hungry, then the Overlord of Scorching Flame, Red Magnus, will super feed you the highest quality fire! Such fighting spirit! You're no ordinary demon. Are you the Lost's Demon General? Have you come to take the head of the Supreme One?
No. My business is with Void Dark.
Did you pick a fight with that piece of monkey crap or something? Is that so? Red Magnus never imagined someone else besides the Supreme One would ever do that. That makes us allies, is what I'd like to say. But when men face each other on the battlefield, they can't stop the fight.
No, I don't mind stopping.
Whoa, are you serious? Red Magnus would be super happy to fight with a strong guy like you.
I see. You've got good taste.
So you agree? Red Magnus is super excited! So?
What the?
This is my overload skill, Super Olympia! It's a super ability that doubles my size and power and overwhelms all my enemies! Just so you know, when the time limit runs out, Red Magnus will return to normal size and will be a little sore.
So yeah, that's Red Magnus. He likes to talk in the third person and refer to himself as the Supreme One. I actually believe that the voice actor for Red Magnus is actually Murray from Sly Cooper. Not quite sure, but I believe I looked it up at one point, and that was the truth. So now here they're introducing what is known as Revenge Mode, and the general overload skills. So, overload skills are really just skills that only people with overlords that have the class of overlord can do. And revenge mode is based on the revenge gauge. Revenge gauge is really simple to see because it's literally just right on the base status menu that they give. This is just going on to explain how you get revenge gauge. So you or allies take damage, allies defeated, defeat an enemy that is in revenge mode. So it's quite simple. Like, it's not a very complex thing. It's just managing it, because yeah, it's good to get revenge mode, but you also don't want characters to die just because you're down a man. But here are all the good things about revenge mode. So you always crit. All your SP costs become 1, so that's when you can use like super expensive like skills and shit for nothing, and you take less damage. This is just going on to say how it's kind of hard to stop enemies from getting into revenge mode, but why you might want them to, and that's because defeat them, you get an item that increases the stats of a character, which is really useful. And you can only use overload skills in revenge mode, and when your character is an overlord. So we have one character in our party, well, 2 characters now, I believe. I'm not sure if the DLC bunnies can, but we have at least 2 characters that can do overload skills. Seraphina, as we went over, can take control of all male opponents within, I think it's like a 5 block radius, or it's just the entire map, I'm not quite sure. Killia does not have an overload skill because he's not an overlord. But He is very powerful, so he can still get into revenge mode. He just doesn't have an overload skill to do in revenge mode. Okay, so now we're in the battle. All these characters are here. You'll notice that my characters have blue health bars, enemies have red, and this one's like a greenish orange. Greenish orange, as it says, squad is neutral, right next to his picture. And you can see that in revenge mode, you can see the R3, that means he has 3 turns left in revenge mode. So that means that enemies will attack him, and he will attack enemies, but he will also attack us. I'm not sure if he prioritizes attacking enemies before attacking us, but I just do know that he will attack us at some point.
Kneel!
I am actually getting these people before, so I'm going
Here
to
I am.
lift Disgaea,
Yeah!
throw him there, that way he can blade strike from that
You
distance.
shit!
Natalia,
Are there
Prissy.
any good men?
I'm just gonna have her attack this box for not really good reason, just to get some XP.
Yeah,
I'm going to actually check to see whether or not these special pretties have overload skills. It does not look like they have overload skills because it's right on this page. So male units within 5 panels, inflexible charm, okay. And then capture all enemy units on the map. Capturing is something that will be introduced a little later. That's essentially how you get like new units, but instead of making them. So I think we can end turn here.
Let me thank you.
Yes.
What up?
Yes.
Here I
And all the enemies are essentially teaming up on him, mostly because they're within range of him.
Working it up. What up?
Time to get married!
And one thing I prefer doing on this map is trying to take out as many enemies as possible before Red Magnus, simply because Red Magnus simply because even though and you can walk onto towers, which looks pretty goofy
Fly away!
because they just walk at a 90-degree angle.
Yeah!
But the reason why I want to kill as many people is because I don't. Red Magnus doesn't keep the experience he gets here. So I want to get as many people killed by me as possible, while also being careful of what Red Magnus can do to, like, my teammates.
You shit!
Yeah. So right now, Natalia is easily the most overpowered character on our squad for now, just because her int is super goddamn high. And I'm gonna end turn here and hope that generally they just attack Disgaea so he can counter.
Here I go.
So we got a team attack going on Natalia, I believe, because she's center screen. But 4 damage because.
Let me thank you.
Okay, so I just got defense mastery. It looks like. Okay. And I'm still not close enough to be able to heal. I'm going to get behind this guy, attack with that, move behind him, and try burst. And then I will actually, in case he doesn't die, which I believe he will, I don't really doubt it, but he's probably going to die to Red Magnus's next thing because it's his last turn. But I'm not too worried about her getting attacked by him afterwards because all the ads up here will be dead by then. Oh, he parried. Okay.
You
Took
shit!
care. Not that because I don't believe they can counter a backslash. Okay, so it's just when all enemies are killed. I could have tried to kill Red Magnus, I believe, and get like the revenge shard that they talked about. Okay, so Metallia leveled up for bonus XP, which is good. And entering the last cutscene. Possibly.
You're good. Just as Red Magnus expected. But don't think you've tasted Red Magnus's full power! The real fun super starts now!
Stop right there. No matter how hard a muscle-brained monkey tries, they would never be able to defeat my Sir Killia.
What did you say, you big? Wait, you're...
Did you just notice? Yes, I am the Rafflesia that blooms on the battlefield, the Overlord of Gorgeous, Sarah.
Yeah! You're the shrew princess of Gorgeous!
I am certainly not a shrew princess. I am now the Overlord of Gorgeous. Address me as Madam Overlord Seraphina.
Yeah, that's right. Sarah something. I just super remembered right now. So, what are you doing here?
That is my question for you. What is the Overlord of Scorching Flame doing here? And why are you fighting alone?
Well, you know, the Supreme One just needed to release some stress, so he was having some fun with the Lost. What's with that look? Got something you want to say?
Your fighting style. It looks like you're exerting your inner rage.
Inner rage? Stop talking super nonsense!
Fine. I guess I was mistaken. Sorry about that.
What in the red hell? You're a demon, but you're apologizing? Weird. Well, as long as you understand, it's fine. So, that's the gist of it. Let's get going!
Huh? What do you mean, let's?
Aren't you guys picking a fight with Void Dark too? Red Magnus certainly is! So, let's go together and have super fun!
I welcome any man who will be an asset in battle, but I refuse tactless monkeys. Now, go back to your mountain. Shoo! Shoo!
What? Who cares? It's not like it's gonna cost you anything. Red Magnus says let's go together!
Do whatever you please.
Wait! Sir Killia, I just said that I'm opposed to that idea!
Alright, then it's settled! Now, let's turn it up! You're in the presence of Red Magnus! Soon, I'll beat down Void Dark and become the strongest Overlord! Nice to super meet ya!
Those two have some nerve ignoring my opinion. Well, it's fine. It's only until Void Dark is murdered, so I suppose I'll forgive them. Those two will simply end up working for me.
That Killia person. What is with his ridiculous magic potential? He could be very dangerous, which could make him very useful.
According to historians, Void Dark had taken over or destroyed over 30% of the entire Netherworlds. If Furious God, Anguish Illusion, Miserable Corpse, or any of the other Netherworlds that were hanging on by a thread had fallen, over half of the entire Netherworlds would have been under his control. On the other hand, Roaring Rampant, Brutal Beast, Dragonfang, and the other giant Netherworlds hadn't yet fallen. Those who were expecting the giant Netherworlds to offer resistance against the Demon Emperor finally saw a ray of hope.
And that was the end of Chapter 1. Or Episode 1.
I'm Seraphina. I'm a temptress who wallows in riches and fame throughout the entire universe. All men in this universe belong to me. Now, kneel before me.
Ah, my lovely Seraphina. I will not allow anyone else to have you. Please marry me. Who's that?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on for 1 minute! Sarah is mine! Red Magnus won't let anyone else super have her! Who's that?
Next time on Seraphina Story, Episode 2, Because of Love. Tonight, you will be falling in love.
Do you need your heads examined?
Okay. So every chapter has one of those goofy previews where someone will kind of just like take over the story and rewrite it sort of in their own image or what they want to happen. So we just finished the chapter. We got a super ally. One of the things that I like about the Disgaea franchise is that they take liberties in almost every aspect. Usually when you get a not standard character, they'll put in some flavor into it. Like just add super for no reason. It's not like he's any special. He's just a main character. But we have seen the mystery character.
Whoa, what's with all the screaming? What happened?
Now is no time to be calm, Sir Killia. This is an emergency.
Are we under attack from the Lost?
No! Of all things, that monkey put his underwear in with my laundry! His briefs came in contact with...
Is that all? What a stupid reason.
It is not stupid! That brute has tainted my purity!
Hey, Sarah!
Who are you calling Sarah? Don't you dare give me a nickname!
But your name is too long. Sarah's fine, right, Sarah? By the way, where'd you hang my underwear to dry?
I sent them down the road to Hades!
What does that mean?
It means she threw your underwear away. Duh.
Huh? She did what? But the tiger print was my favorite, and not to mention, my only good pair of underwear!
So what I do want to mention is that Seraphina references Hades. That's actually the main place of Disgaea 4. The main character is a Prinny trainer in Hades, and the majority of all the story and the battles take place in Hades. Just figured I would mention that as a little bit of backstory.
He has absolutely zero tact. Just the idea of that man being in my vicinity is enough to disturb my peace of mind. I would overcharge him for rent, but that idiot doesn't even have a single hell to his name. And he's supposed to be an overlord? Maybe I should cut off his head and claim the reward.
They're all so noisy. Allies? You never learn, do you? They're not my allies, and I don't need any allies.
Sure, you say that, but here you are with them. You're a blood-soaked renegade out for revenge. Allies don't suit you. Or did you forget what happened?
I'll never forget. Vengeance is the only thing that keeps me going.
Right. You don't have anything to protect anymore. Let anger saturate every fiber of your being. Release me and destroy everything!
Episode 2, Demon General.
So that was some reveal. Like there is some sort of dark entity within Killia.
Where are they? Have they been found yet?
Your Excellency, rebels have appeared in the frontier of Bloodparch. The main squad that was stationed there has been completely wiped out. Your Excellency?
As his 83rd secretary, I shall be assisting Lord Void Dark. I am Count Ringi. Though I am not worthy and mightily frightened, I shall be speaking on behalf of the great Lord Void Dark Gi. Ahem. You said you had important information to report, so I made time for you. But is that all you've got, Gi?
No,
Do you think a dragon would care one bit about what ants may do, Gi? If you know they're rebels, then why don't you go kill them, Gi? Is there a reason you're wasting our time with this? Or did you want to accept responsibility for the weak squad that was destroyed? Is that what this is about, Gi?
what? No, that's not... Ah!
Worthless.
Lord Void Dark, we have taken control of the netherworlds of Furious God, Anguish Illusion, and Miserable Corpse, as scheduled.
My, as expected of Demon General Bloodis, Demon Emperor Void Dark will surely be satisfied with your work, Gi. 60% of all netherworlds are now in the hands of Lord Void Dark. We just need to suck in the surrounding netherworlds too, Gi.
Understood.
Okay, so now we can use the skill shop. And one interesting thing that not about the skill shop, but that they're referencing is all the nether worlds. In past games, it was just the nether world, the human world, and Celestia. Okay. And now we have the innocent shop, which are all those people in every item. And it's just saying we don't have any information about Void Dark. So, we just need to go talk to people as of now. But first, I'm going to go to the skill shop.
Me?
In the innocent store. Skill shop, the skills and abilities, you buy them or you strengthen them. So you can learn an ability. And mana is essentially a currency that you get through through killing enemies. And you can strengthen them. You can see it goes power from D to D+, but the SP used increases dramatically. So I could strengthen it, but, well, actually I can't because I have 78, but it requires 80. But it might not be good to strengthen it simply because I might not have enough SP to use it afterwards. And this is the stuff that I was talking about all the shapes I could make. So for magic, you can strengthen the skill or enhance the range, whereas other skills is just enhance power or weaken it. So say you upgrade it and you find that you can't really use it all that much now, you could go back and weaken it. I don't believe you regain the mana, so it's just better to not, like, just wait until you know. So I'm going to actually enhance the range of fire. And enhancing the range still takes the mana use cost for strengthening it to increase the range, because it just does generally make you stronger. And now we have Red Magnus, so I'm going to put him up in the main character. There. Okay, so he's level 5. Red Magnus is primarily axe user, but he also is good with spears. So I believe, no, did not want to do that. I have a spear, so I'll just put that as a sub-weapon. And he's wearing a brawny muscle, which just increases his HP. So his ability, Super Crush, decrease defense of the target unit during an attack by 50%. Okay, so that's pretty good. And status, which I probably should just go to anyway. There's that. Boulder Crush is the base axe move. And you'll see down in the skill, it just tells you what stat it's going off of, along with on the right in its power, along with the range and the height, where if it's 12 up or 12 down, it'll still be able to hit, but any higher or lower than that, then it will say the range isn't like good enough. So he's the Overlord of Scorching Flame. He is very smart and loves violence. He says super a super lot. And then Super Olympia, become giant for 3 turns and increase stats by 40%. And by getting bigger, you take up more spaces. So right now we're running on about the 32-minute mark. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go around, try and get all the chests first. Go to the innocent shop, and before talking to anybody, go do the DLC mission that I promised at the end of last episode, because I need to make good on my word. Okay, and every chapter it's 3 chests, so once you find all 3, you don't really need to worry about it. So, innocent shop. This is where they just hold innocents, and you can combine them to make them stronger. So, you'll see that there are some in each one, and they each have their own special effect. So, add bonus points to an item's HP, add bonus points to an item's hit. And I'm going to just take these out, send them to the warehouse, because I'm never going to use them again. But these add water element. I'd rather not add items to the SP, because they're just useful to have, so you can make them all better. The thing about innocents is you have to subdue them in the item world before you can do anything with them, I believe. And there's certain ones that I prefer, like Broker, get more money is always good. But use items, I always try and take out their innocence, because I'm just going to use them anyway. And because you use them and it just, as you can see, I took that dietitian out. Its HP went from +1 to 0, which isn't that big, especially on these low tier items. So might as well just take the innocents out. If I'm probably never going to use those items anyway. I tend to sell them just because I don't use them. Okay, and this gives you all the innocents for the for all the equipment that your people are wearing. So I could attach innocents that I have to people that are equipped, which is a very useful thing. It makes it so you don't have to like go into the menu and whatnot. So I'm actually going to farm, and then I want to sort them. And I can't combine any yet, because none of them are subdued, but the innocent warehouse is useful because it can store 256 innocents at one time, and it gets to a point where you're just combining them to make space. But, as I said, let's go to the hospital. I believe, yes, finishing a chapter heals you.
Welcome!
And this place still has, I believe, the same repertoire of things that last chapters could have, because I don't believe I've upgraded it, unless it upgrades at the end of each chapter, which I don't believe it ever has. And I won't be able to upgrade it until the strategy assembly is, like, open, but unfortunately it is not. So, what I am going to do is come in here, receive the content I need. This. Okay, and this new netherworld has been added to the dimension guide. And I got some save icons. And some of these scenarios take place over multiple maps. I'm not sure whether this is one. If it is, then this will be a longer episode because I want to get through all of it. That way the DLC stuff is not spread out, simply because I want it all to be contained in one episode. Because one thing I should mention from the DLC is that it essentially is meant to be done after the main story. And it only really features Killia, but his character, as you would expect, is not flat throughout the entire thing. He changes. So I just want it to be contained in one episode. That way, if you don't want to see like a spoiler of how Killia may act later, you can just end the episode and move on to the next one when that one is up. And if you don't really give a shit, if you want to see me do it right now, then you can just keep with the episode. Dude? And I like how that Prinny says there are no new locations. Go talk to people, but you can still go back to other ones. You can go back to the other ones because you can just grind. There are certain stages that are very useful for grinding. So, as this is time traveling. I always thought traveling had two L's, maybe not. Feelings for your family transcend space-time. Can they also change the future? So there's always a little bit of flavor text for each one. Barrenland where it hardly ever rains, the plants absorb blood to grow. Although, it's interesting how there's a giant plant on it. But, so time to go in, established future. And there is a demo. So, we're going to be able to see that. Pram the Oracle. Her prophecies have never been wrong. Her prophecy of the destruction of Zeta's netherworld proves it. Pram has made a new prophecy. What will be the fate of the netherworlds? So the DLC doesn't have narration. It also doesn't have voice acting for the DLC characters. It just has the base voice lines when they do actions in the field. I forgot about that, so I will be narrating. Pram, I've heard you made a new prophecy. Yeah, right there. It's very important for you, right? Are you interested?
Is this fine?
What's going to happen to me? Stop holding back. Please tell me. My, you're so aggressive. Fine, I'll tell you. But it's not about you, what I saw. My prophecy is about Zeta. Huh? Is it about my father?
See this!
Yes, my prophecy states... Zeta must not come across him, for if they meet, misery will befall Zeta.
Why?
What? No. But your prophecies are 100% accurate. They're never wrong. That's right, my prophecies are never wrong. Pram, who is this man that is mentioned in your prophecy? The one who Zeta should not meet is a demon named Killia. My god, it's like we're in his game. Killia. A demon who is wandering around this neighborhood. He's weird, but really strong. If Zeta encounters him... Oh no, we have to hurry up and do something. So, Pram from Makai Kingdom is kind of an asshole. She likes to just have fun with everybody. She'll give them advice that will just entertain her, really. I've never played Makai Kingdom, but I have read up on it because I really liked her character in Disgaea 4 as DLC. So, excuse me, are you Killia? Yeah, what do you want with me? I'm Overlord Zeta's daughter, Peta. Overlord Zeta has a daughter, so this means Killia knows of Overlord Zeta. I'm sorry for the short notice, but I need you to vanish. What are you talking about?
Here I go!
My father could be on his way here as we speak. There's no time to spare. I will eliminate any obstacles in my father's way. One thing I would like to mention is that the weapon that Peeta was holding in the cutscene was actually the sprite for Overlord Zeta in the past games, I believe. Although it might also be in this game, I don't really remember. So Peeta is also a magician. I had thought she was a physical person, but that's fine. I'm going to be a little magic heavy unless I decide to do another DLC that'll give me like a physical person. But her class is Badass Daughter. The unique skill increases attack of adjacent ally Overlord units by 30%, which is really good. She has Star, which is the 4th magic. And unit info, Badass Overlord Zeta's daughter from the future, because she's a time traveler. She's polite for a demon, has shot beams from her eyes since age 5. So, that's pretty cool. And all allies on the map can use their Overload skill one more time. So that's really useful in certain characters' cases, because it's just super OP.
Let's go!
So I'm going to put Killia out, and she's level 7, but I'm not too worried about her. She has pretty impressive stat-wise.
All men are my servants.
I have Metalia, so that kind of trivializes it. Yeah, but I want Metalia to be up forward, because Red Magnus does have defense, but it's not all that impressive. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to see if I can do something funny.
Yeah, dude!
Okay, enter. Okay. What I am going to do is... you...
Yeah!
You... I don't believe I'll get any XP for this, but it'll be funny.
Yeah! Why?
Yeah. Okay. Because her health wasn't too high, but printing explosions always do 50% of their health, regardless of defense stat, I believe. So what I just did was I threw the 100,000 life printing behind her, so I wouldn't have to worry about being hit by it as well, to deal 50,000 damage. And as you can see, there's no MVP, so it's just the printing markers, because literally there was no XP gained, and the character who killed the enemy died to do it.
I won't go easy.
So he's strong, just like Pram said. You said I was an obstacle in your father's way. What do you mean? And tell me what's going on. I thought you were a ruffian, but you're actually quite a gentleman.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, I'm out of time.
Hello, hello.
I've come up with another plan. Please excuse me. And then just walk away. Don't do anything about that, Killia. What was that all about? Oh, and here's Pram. Next, it's Zeta's turn. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to step out, and I'm going to heal.
Let's fix you up.
Because he's a Prinny, so he has the one hell heal. It's really nice. So I could cheese out just most characters early game with just throwing him, possibly even late game, depending. But I'm not going to. This next map, I am going to do my best to kill them using my other characters. Just because the XP isn't really worth wasting at this point in the game. I just wanted to do that for shits and giggles. Okay, so Pram, I heard you made a new prophecy. What is it about? My prophecy about you, Zeta. You absolutely cannot meet a guy named Killia. If you do, you're going to be miserable. What? How ominous. So, who is this Killia? A demon who's wandering around here? He's a quiet guy, but he's very strong. Careful about that prophecy. Well, unexpected words from you, the badass overlord. I thought you were going to laugh this prophecy off. What are you talking about? Do you have any idea how much trouble I've been through because of your prophecies? So, in Makai Kingdom, apparently, one Zeta was turned into a book, I believe, and his overworld, his world was also destroyed. I believe it was by Pram herself, but he doesn't know that. He just knows that her prophecies always come true. I'm not scared of this worthless demon Killia at all. I'm worried about your prophecy. That's great. With your power, you shouldn't be scared of Killia.
Weaklings!
Ha ha ha, exactly. I can take down Killia with one move. Then I'm relieved. Hey Zeta, why don't you go defeat Killia before something bad happens? You're right, it's not like me to wait for something to happen. I should go pick the stem of disaster before it sprouts into a weed myself. Father, where are you going? Oh, Peter, I'm gonna go defeat some guy named Killia. What? Killia? It's not like me to wait for something to happen. I'm gonna crush the root of the prophecy. Father, please wait. What is it, Peter? I'm busy. I just spotted him over there. If you're going, then you should go that way. Hold on, Killia. Your fate ends here. Ha 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 ha. Now what's gonna happen next? Yeah, and she can fly. I'm sorry, Father, but I'm doing this for you. I've been looking for you, Peter. Can you tell me more about what you said earlier? I might be able to help. You're such a nice person. Please get a hold of yourself, Peter. Oh yeah, I forgot this happened. You're me.
Hello, hello!
Yes, hello, I'm you from a different future. So, we're getting into some future shenanigans shit right here. Why did you come from the future? To change the past and my future. In the netherworld I was in, Killia met Father, and like the prophecy said, there was a disaster. I knew it, so there will be a disaster. That's right, I cannot let something like that happen. You have to keep those two from meeting. I'm sorry, but this is where we say goodbye. And they're all, and as I said before, those books are from past Zeta. And I believe he only started becoming DLC in D2 and beyond, possibly 4 beyond. Prior to that, he was like a mega super boss, like post game, like super high level, super hard to beat. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. I could be wrong. This is for another world and for Father.
I won't go easy.
Please sacrifice yourself for the future. So now we get to fight multiple Petas because of time traveling shenanigans. Okay. And they're all given the boss label. Now they're all level 8. So they're all slightly stronger.
Let's end this quick!
I'm going to do is I am going to try. Ooh, side attack only has 50% chance of hitting. That's concerning. And it's not worth it to do the magic attack right now, unless I could. No, she actually has fire resist. So actually, what I'm going to do is come over here. She is weak to wind, so I'm going to use wind. Oh god. Then triple strike. See how that goes. Here's the hoping it hits. Okay, good hit. Okay, mastery skill up. So now she's at level 7. And the nice thing about move is that even though I'm moving from here, it gives me the range from where I started. So what I am going to do is I'm going to Blade Rush you.
Don't get super reckless!
I don't believe I can hit you with anything from here. So I will simply defend. Tri-burst from here, and because she's a gunner, she has usually high hit and speed, so she's a bit more accurate than other characters. And I will use Chrissy to heal Natalia, because I'm just gonna have Natalia kill this Peta from down there and let the other guys kill the other people. There. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Leave it to me.
They did decent damage, almost killed her.
To get married.
Okay, so Chrissy learned Explore. That's just the general like heal ailment
Here I
move.
go.
Okay, so now she's using a special skill, which I hope doesn't kill Killia. Oh, but it totally did.
It's my turn.
And now she's in
Time to
revenge.
get married.
But unfortunately, the people that she's fighting are female. So I'm not actually expecting this one to hit. Well, it's a 50%, so it's decent. Going to do Tri-burst again, 80%. And I'm going to send Natalia down here. It sucks that they were taken out by... Killia was taken out by the... what should we call it? The special skill. So I'm going to end here. Okay, so just Nectar. Which is actually pretty good based on his hit chance.
Here I go.
So she just leveled and he's probably gonna die here. Yeah. Because his magic. Okay, so now she has hers, but special characters can't be captured anyway. Not that I think we can even capture him at this point. So, in fact, what I am going to do is this. Use you to lift her, to throw her, so I can heal. Because healing moves generally have a larger range than non-healing moves. You can still extend the range, I believe. Yeah, I would rather not because it won't work. Are you... Okay, yeah, so they all have the same stats.
Leave it to me.
To get her health up. Okay. And now she's learned one of her special moves, Metal Justice. So now she's rocking level 7. Has to do 139, but now her hit has gone up enough where she's essentially not going to miss.
Pleased to meet you.
So if Seraphina is able to survive this, she is, which is good.
All men are my servants.
And this is not even going to be a question of whether or not she wins. But I'm going to come over here to the side, where even though it puts me in counter range, I want to make sure it's a side attack, because it may boost damage. Oh, crap. Okay, well, she also got another thing, but she might not survive. So I'm going to try and finagle it so she will. Because now that there's a weaker character there, the chances of her being targeted instead of Seraphina is high, but I also need to know the range of Audra Prison. So it's 2 blocks out, then across. Okay. So she wouldn't be able to hit both of us in this specific way of alignment. And I'm not sure. Like I've been saying it's not going to work, but might as well use it because she can't really do anything. As you can see, accuracy is 0, even though it's a side attack. But oh, that's neat. So I haven't been paying attention, but this was a PS4 game, and they've put the trophy menu essentially from the PS4 in game, which is pretty neat. So you know when you get a trophy, you don't have to go back to the trophy guy. The trophy guy is just so you can see your history of trophies, which you would normally do in the PS4 menu. I really like that. That's a touch that they didn't have to do at all.
Here I go.
It just would have been nice. I'm surprised because she targeted Seraphina again, but This is actually good because it allows me to use heal again, which gets me more XP. You're just a main character that's rather useless, so I'll send it back. And sending people back is useful because they can come out and do something, you send them back, and then it's still the same amount of people you can send out. They're not locked in.
Yeah, dude!
So I'm just going to put him out there because I like that printing. I like H252 printing. So I'm going to execute.
Leave it to me. I'm so happy.
Let her get her mastery up and XP. So now she's almost at level 7. And then I'm just going to come in here. Let's do Victory Bullet because I might as well show a new move.
My turn.
This one's useful because it can attack more than one person. Its damage is just a little bit lower. So she leveled up and got her first character skill, which is good.
All men are my
As
servants.
we expected. Okay, so Metallia and Seraphina both got levels from bonus XP, which kind of sucks that Killia is now under level. But it's not going to be too bad to get him back up because he's a generally strong character, as almost every Disgaea main character is. And he uses swords like every Disgaea main character, although
I won't go easy.
this one's sword and fist like Adele was, I believe, from Disgaea 2. I believe most Disgaea main characters are sword and fist based. There's yet to be one that's mostly ranged. We ganged up on him, but we still couldn't defeat him. Is the mystery that the prophecy speaks of about my father losing.
Excuse me.
I have to stop this prophecy from coming true. And then she slowly walks away again. Well, that's actually like sort of the sprinting animation in these types of cutscenes. But prophecy, is that the key to resolving this? Okay. Then unknown future. Okay, so I desperately need to
Let's
heal
fix you up.
because I don't want Killia to not be in this fight. Not really caring about Red Magnus, but that's because Red Magnus, out of all the characters you get, is kind of my least favorite. But because this is a Let's Play, I am going to use him. Trying to think of one of the better things I could do. No, gotta go into characters. What I'm going to do is I'm going to equip him with another wrinkly clothes just to get his defense up a bit more. And I'll give him the other wrinkly clothes. Because I don't really want to buy anything right now because I do have a decent amount of money. But I want to kind of save it for later game things. Okay, just rotating my saves.
Where would you like to go, dude?
Okay, so let's do this. I'm not sure if this is the last one. Might not be. But I will go through this episode until this DLC is finished, as I promised. So Kelly has some books. Looks like, ooh, okay, so we're getting people. Okay, so Zeta, I finally found you, Killia. I'm busy, what do you want with me? And I'd just like to take that, you can really see the family resemblance between Zeta and Peta, just in their hair. It's very similar colors, but also has like the shape similarities, where each one sort of looks like a sickle blade. I hope you don't regret talking to me, the badass freaking overlord Zeta, like that. I believe one of his class names in past games was the freaking badass overlord, or the badass freaking overlord. Like, it had all of that. Your overlord Zeta. Now do you understand the situation you're in? Ha ha ha, but it's too late, I'll show you. Yeah, and then she comes in, and you can sort of see like her sickle hair, like on the left side, where it's similar to his top hair. No father, wait, you can't interact with Killia. Peta, go away. Talking to your daughter like that. Okay, all the future ones. No, we will protect you, father. 4 Petas, what's going on here? Look at Zeta Fluster. Pram, is this the misery that your prophecy foretold? Maybe. The prophecy only said misery. Didn't specify. I failed. At this rate, father would be miserable.
Hello, hello.
It's too soon to give up.
I won't go easy.
She's right. We have to erase Killia before the prophecy becomes reality.
Here I go!
Everyone, thank you very much. This is for Father. I won't give up. And now there's so many of the books, and you can look at goddamn Zeda's sword, which looks super awesome. Ugh. But he doesn't have it here because, as I said earlier in one past episode, I believe, right now he's only the badass overlord, and she is just an oracle. The characters scale with your level when you do the missions, but so there's their equipment. And that's a big thing, because I actually might lose here. I'm just going to say that right now, which I'm glad I saved. His revenge bar is almost full, which is nice. And these guys are still weak to wind. I wish I had a wind multi-hit, but I do have metal justice, which is still int, but it's only one person, and I have to be right next to him. So I'm going to do this.
All men are my servants.
This.
What's in this quick?
Okay, so now he's in revenge mode, which is nice. Going to put him right there. Actually, I won't put him right there because her move would be able to hit all three of the characters.
I'll get super reckless!
I'm gonna have Red Magnus out right here in case he wants to draw some aggro. And I'm not gonna put my healer out yet because she might be attacked. So I'm gonna execute here. Okay.
It's my turn.
Oh shit, I didn't realize. Damn it. Oh, I just fucked up. I fucked up super hard. Fuck. Okay. See, that is one of the things you have to be careful about when you're executing moves. That you remember where all the hitboxes are going to be. Because sometimes you'll get shit like that happening, where you're like, oh, this is totally okay, this is totally safe, and then you just get wrecked.
You shit. Is this okay?
So I might actually give up on this map. I might not,
Is this
but
okay?
I might, depending on how it seems to be going. Oh shit, what the hell was that? Badass Overlord, increase attack by 10% plus 1% for every 10,000 reincarnation level. Okay, so that's a late game type thing. It's spinning away. Okay, so that was probably Pram's ability. Punishing Prophecy, deal damage to a random enemy unit at the end of every turn. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be restarting this one.
Good men?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that now. I'm gonna return to Pocket Netherworld because I don't believe I'm actually strong enough to do it. Okay, brawny muscle, that's actually pretty useful. I don't believe I have any more, so I'm actually going to whip kill you with that. Instead of these wrinkly clothes, because more health is always useful. And
Let's
then
fix you
heal
up.
him. Okay. I'm gonna have to break my promise a little bit, guys. I am going to I'm going to have to do this a little bit later because I don't really have the characters or really the stats to do it. So what I am going to do is I'm going to end the episode here, unfortunately. Going to do some quests just to get XP, do things, and I wish one thing was unlocked right now that isn't.
Me?
Going to do this. And one thing I do want to do is show you guys this, because I didn't. So, you can learn new abilities, and some are character-based, and some are just general, like anyone can do it. So, right now, Killia, I believe, does not have any only ones, like ones that only he can do. But this is definitely Seraphine only. But this episode has been running on for a while, so I'm going to end it here, you guys. Sorry that we couldn't finish the DLC right now. That was my bad. I wasn't expecting it to be that hard. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a nice day.